So Steve from Wormhaven has a channel, and I saw this video on there, and I loved it so much, and I thought, hey, I want to mirror that. So I asked Steve, and he's like, yeah, I can mirror that. So it's a little different. The style is a little. If you like this style, you just might like it. Go subscribe, and if it's not for you, it's okay. It's out there. I like it. You might too. Anyway, it's about Flat Earth Dave, you know, the scammer. And it's great. Just go watch it. Go subscribe to him. You don't need to watch it here. You could link it. It's in the description. Go watch it there, or watch it here, or watch it both. Whatever you do, you got to go subscribe to Steve from Wormhaven.
Dave Weiss.
The moons affect women's cycles, and the sun is in charge of men's cycles.
Fantastic.
Right? All wars are
the
just
space
a
race,
game.
Space race was bullshit.
It's all free. For the people that think I'm crazy, you can win 3 Bitcoins from me for 1 globe proof. 3 Bitcoins for 1 globe proof. I offer 3 Bitcoins to any of your listeners that can come up with 1 globe proof. The thing, nobody leaves Flat Earth. Nobody leaves. Somebody wants to put me on a lie detector test to see if I really believe this.
Okay, so there's no nuclear weapons. So
it's meant for fear. It's meant for control. This is all.
So there's no. Well, what real technology is there?
Oh, there's technology. There's big bombs. They stack TNT at ground zero in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There's video.
Wow, the U.S. had invaded Japan and did that. Wow.
War is a theater. That's why they call it the theater of war. There's more land. What if they tell us there's 8 or 9 continents or whatever the number is now? What if there's 8? What if there's 80 or 90,000 continents?
Dave Weiss, or Flat Earth Dave, is a manipulative scammer with a surprisingly large reach. The number of vulnerable people that Dave has taken advantage of is in the tens of thousands, possibly over 100,000 individuals. Before I go any further, do not download Dave's app under any circumstances, not even for a laugh. The app will leak your personal data, including your live location. Do not download the app. Okay, as I was saying, Dave targets audiences that are susceptible to conspiratorial type thinking. He patronizes his listeners and gaslights them into agreeing with him, which I will demonstrate later in this video. As I said in my last video, my major issue with these types of people is their desire to teach kids that the entire world is lying to them and rob them of many opportunities for success, both professionally and socially. I will be showing footage of Dave teaching a high school class later in the video. Fair warning, I found the footage a little upsetting. However, Dave's corruption of youth is only scratching the surface of his full debauchery. In the process of making this video, I uncovered some startling evidence that hasn't previously come to light. It really puts Dave's evil behavior into full scope. I originally planned to focus on Dave's fraudulent 3 Bitcoin contest. However, with what I found regarding Dave's crypto coin Dome, I've had to shift focus. The last thing I want to mention before digging into this potato humanoid hybrid is the fact that Dave was offered a free trip to Antarctica with the final experiment. He declined the opportunity and chose to speculate from home how the entire experiment was faked. In fact, he refuses to call it an experiment, referring to it as an observation.
So the experiment that they did in Antarctica, maybe we should just start describing that.
It wasn't an experiment. It was an observation of a light in the sky, and that light in the sky is actually an impossible light that doesn't make any sense.
I would like to submit an observation that Dave Weiss should be held accountable for the many people he has scammed and subsequently doxed via his app. My name is Steve, and this is my totally not creepy van. Ignore your survival instincts and hop in the back. This one's gonna take us on a trip. During the intro, you may have noticed that it sounded like Alex Jones was mocking Dave when he was a guest on InfoWars, and that's because he was. When your conspiracies are too far out there for even Alex Jones, you probably aren't coming back. To summarize Dave's main points, he believes the 7 continents we are familiar with are islands on a lake, and Antarctica is the shoreline, essentially. He believes thousands of continents exist beyond Antarctica, and a group of roughly 2,500 elites are fooling the entire world.
They've created a ball, a satanic ball.
He believes that world leaders visit the lands beyond Antarctica to either trade children, weapons, microchips, or tuna.
Maybe these ships are going out to these outer lands, right? Maybe they're trading tuna fish, weapons, microchips, children. I don't know.
He believes the 18,000 NASA employees are all lying to us, but are not part of the 2,500 elites that control us. Dave also believes that nuclear weapons are fake and all wars are just a show to further deceive people. Apparently, no one is actually losing loved ones, right, Dave? Regardless, Dave does not believe the nonsense he shills. He has been presented with evidence that falsifies his position countless times, yet he continues to pitch the same exact script. He is one of the most intellectually dishonest people I've ever come across. Dave's cryptocurrency, Domeshot, is an interesting project to say the least. I'm going to start with the allocations. Domeshot is allocated to have 45% of its total supply distributed to key partners. So an inner circle holds almost half the coin supply, and the claim is that's for decentralization and price protection. Not only do I have a mountain of evidence showing Dave wash trading Domeshot to create artificial trade volume and manipulate prices, this allocation also creates an extremely centralized power, the key partners being that centralized power. Next, 20% allocated to the origin address for future development. You know what sort of things go into future development? Marketing, promotion, consulting, you know, the things that you are holding 45% of the coin for. In addition to being deceptively vague, the origin address of Domeshot holds 33.1% of coin as of April 2nd, 2025. I don't care that a separate wallet holds the 20%, I want to know why your origin address doesn't hold the 20% as stated to potential investors. Next, I'm going to skip ahead to the referral program allocation. In order to mint Domeshot, you refer a friend to Dave's Flat Earth app. This app costs $3 and there is no free version. You can probably see where the web of deceit is coming together at this point. Everything funnels into Dave's $3 app. Now, considering this coin has no applicable uses other than trading against other coins, the value is 100% speculative. With that in mind, I checked out Domeshot on the Pulse chain and I was just blown away with how popular this coin is. As you can see, the trade activity on this coin is quite impressive. People must truly be waking up and seeing the truth. Oh, no, that's wash trading. Wash trading is when a coin holder or a group of coin holders transfer coins between wallets, creating a false sense of demand and increasing the value of the coin artificially. Quick question, Dave. Why is your coin being washed through a smart contract that holds 0 Domeshot, yet holds a significant amount of Ordo Templi Orientis coin? Oh, and the Order of the Temple of the East coin as well. You know, the occult secret societies that are heavily associated with European Freemasons. Yeah, the same one that Aleister Crowley was in. I would never accuse you of working with Freemasons or of even being a Freemason yourself. That would make me no better than, well, people like you.
You never met these men. You don't know anything about these men other than the stories that the controllers of this world tell you.
So go ahead, Dave. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for that smart contract wash trading your coin. While making this video, I watched Dome's liquidity increase from 5.9k to 7.8k in just 2 days. Dave isn't pulling a rug here, he is running a slow burn scam. By the way, Domeshot celebrated its first birthday today. Eat a dick, Dave. For those wondering, wash trading is illegal, with plenty of precedents set by the SEC when they cracked down on BitConnect. I organized this evidence into a report and submitted it to the SEC to investigate further.
Don't let them throw off your natural rhythm with fake daylight savings time. Know the true time. Now with FAQ video links, quickly reference redundant flat Earth questions. Easily turn on and off the new compass feature. The Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app is the best tool to show your friends and strangers how the flat Earth actually works.
Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac time. The Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app is not only the heartbeat of Dave's grift, but also a major security risk for all users. As you can see on screen here, Dave claims that his app won't even collect your data, so what is there to leak? Well, I'll tell you what's left. How about your name, password, email address, phone number, mailing address, and live location? That's right, Dave is lying again. Wow, look at him showing us all the live users while claiming he doesn't collect your personal data.
Most people think the Earth is flat. This is a heat map of my app, the Flat Earth Clock app. And these are just the people, these are just the people that have my app
I don't want to give away too much information regarding the doorway that Dave has left open, but let's just say he has all users' data stored in plain text format rather than hashing it. No salt, just plain text. A friend of the channel, MC Toon, was kind enough to let Dave know about his security risk privately. Dave thanked MC Toon by lying about fixing the issue. However, due to some very unusual phone calls that Dave's app users are receiving, it is safe to bet that Dave has not secured his users' data.
You've reached the voicemail of David Weiss. Please leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Davey Pooh, it's your best friend, MC Toon, here. Just calling, let you know, I've noticed you've been mostly stationary lately. Not by using the app, mind you. You've been mostly stationary, I know that, because of unauthenticated access to your app that somebody else did. Anyway, glad you're at home there in Connecticut. Anyway, just to let you know, your app is still insecure. A couple days ago, you said it was secure. I want to just remind you again, it is insecure. Also, GlobeSec will be sending you an email. You want to check on that. Anyway, love you. Bye.
The real fun begins when Dave's app users actually answer the phone. Be sure to catch MC Toon's upcoming live streams. I'm sure these calls won't be stopping anytime soon, given that Dave has completely neglected the issue.
Yeah, think about that. If it's secure, how did I know that on Friday he was at JFK Airport? That he came back from Mexico on Friday, on the 14th. Yep, who knows?
Alright, the last thing I need to highlight before ending this video is Dave teaching a high school class. He only had 3 talks with them from what I can gather, but this will only strengthen the case of how impressionable children are and how dangerous people like Dave can be when given the chance to communicate to a young audience.
Well, I just wanted to say that was actually eye-opening. Yes. I've recently been so into conspiracy stuff, and I hearing this makes me just question the higher power that you were talking about. I believe in the royal family, all that.
And it all goes to, in 1959, Admiral Byrd did a trip to Antarctica, and it's called Project High Jump, and that's when he said, beyond the South Pole, that's a problem because that would be like where Australia is. There's a land bigger than the United States, filled with resources that no human has ever set eyes upon. Okay, and then literally the next year, every country in the world started signing the Antarctic Treaty, and they said, "Hey, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon, a place that you can't go to. Okay, the moon isn't what you think it is." And they celebrated him, and then literally pointed up to the sky and said, "We're going to the moon." All right, and NASA kind of took over the world with that. So I forgot where I was going with that, but I think I made my point. You find out, hey, there's 8,000 other continents that I could go to. You might just want to leave, right? There's a book called Iron Republic. It's in the book section on the app. You can also go on YouTube and search the Iron Republic. The guy read it for you. And it's about, in the 1800s, a politician got fed up and he bought a ship and went to Antarctica, and he found an opening in Antarctica, and he ended up being lost at sea for months. And then they found land, and they found an advanced civilization. This is in the 1800s. Flat screen TVs, flat screens all over the place, flying electric cars. Everything was amazing. Lived there for 10 years, came back, and then he wrote some stories about it in Florida Magazine, which you can't find a single copy of anymore. And that was in 1800. Whether it's true or not, it rings true to me. They were talking about more land beyond Antarctica in 1800s. Every civilization before us talked about a flat, non-rotating Earth. So this is every culture before us. The only one, NASA. They're the only ones that talk about a sphere Earth. Okay. So why the next question's coming up? Why would they lie? Because it depowers you. It puts you in a heliocentric universe, flying through infinite space where an asteroid could take you out. We're running out of water, running out of food. We're overpopulated, right? That's not true. Every family in the world could have an acre in Australia, and half of Australia would be empty, and the rest of the world would be empty. Every family in America could have a half an acre in Texas, and the rest of America would be empty. Okay, so they tell you about overpopulation. They tell you there's 8 point something billion people. I don't believe that number. I think it's less than half, right? They're lying about every single thing. And the problem is you have to go against everything you've been taught to look into this stuff. And it's hard because people have egos and people like, oh, it's too much. I'm going to get too much ridicule. You know, if I tell someone the earth is flat, they're going to go, no, it's not, you know, because you'd be pulled towards the center by gravity. And there's a whole section on gravity in here and what it is and how it works. It's not, you know, the gravitational model is scientifically provably incorrect.
We have about 9 minutes left here. Other questions?
Yeah, I was like, why would the government try to hide?
There it is. There it is. And it's because they got you before you can talk.
Before I kick you out of my van, I am reminded of the only true statement Dave has ever made.
We live in a world of liars.
Indeed we do, Dave. You would think someone such as yourself wouldn't be so vocal about that. You give potatoes a bad rap, Dave. You are truly a pathetic cretin. May your troubles never cease, and may fortune never smile upon you. For those of you watching, thank you so much. The reception on my last video was unbelievable. I am hoping this was a step up as far as quality goes. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the conversations we are having in the comments, and I look forward to many more. Now, get the hell out of my van.